Welcome back to the Taame Hamikra course. In this video, we're going to learn 5 more taamim. Now, if you've learned the other ones slowly, we're continuing to learn them, that makes 10 taamim, which is half of the Taame Hamikra. When people look at taamim and they want to learn it, it's a little bit daunting because there's so many symbols going on. It's kind of busy, with all of this stuff going on here. But then when we break it down little by little and we learn them one at a time, it makes it a lot easier. So by the time you're done with this video, once you've learned the taamim and you've learned to associate the symbol with the sound, you will have learned half of the taamim. Isn't that exciting? We're going to explain some of the taamim and some things that might be able to help you associate the sound with the symbol itself. Now, don't worry about all of the taamim that you see here. Remember that half of these you already know. So everything that's in this box, you already know from our last class. The ones that we're going to focus on a little bit more are the ones that are on the top, the first 3 lines. Let's start with Shene Gedeshin. Shene Gedeshin this means 2, Shene in Hebrew. Gedeshin refers to this particular one, or one of them. There is something called, and by the way, you don't have to know this now. I'm just telling you for reference for the future, and so you kind of understand why it says Shene Gedeshin, 2 Gedishas. Why are there 2 Gedishas? Well, because there is Azla, Gedish, and this one is called Gedish. So Shene Gedeshin is 2 Gedishas. That might help you later on. Shofar Olech we already know, and we understand that the Shofar Olech is kind of a neutral tone, and it takes the upcoming Tam's sound, so it doesn't really have a sound on its own. It's kind of neutral. Kadma, just like Shene Gedeshin, there's 2 Gedeshin. Well, in Kadma, this is 1 Kadma, and there's Tere Kadmin. Tere means 2 in Aramaic. So there's 2 kadmin, and that's another tam. Again, it's not something we have to learn right now, but it's something that's going to help you. Whoops, that went the wrong way. It's going to be something for the future. Okay, this is tere kadmin, and this is 1 kadma. Darga and tevir. Darga and tevir, I'm going to explain to you a little bit more as we're doing the tone of the tam, because it's going to make more sense as you hear the tone itself. Darga and Tevir come together a lot of times in the Torah, although we definitely should learn them separate from each other. Just like Ma'arich Darcha, we have to learn them separate from each other, and that's why I put it over here. In another video, perhaps in the upcoming one, I'm going to make just where it's just Darga and then Tevir separately from each other, because again, you have to learn to separate both of them. When you learn them together, your brain is going to piece them together. So in the beginning, you may have to do, if you come across Tevir, you may have to do Darga first in your mind, and then the Tevir will come to you. But again, we want to learn those separate from each other. And then everything else, Darcha you already know. Sof Pasuk, remember, comes in every single Pasuk at the end. We have Atnach over here, which is the middle of the Pasuk, more or less, and it causes you to pause. Okay, so let's get into Taamim itself. This one, Shene Gedeshin, it has a bit of a high tone, so you have to push a little bit. And it goes like this. Shene Gedeshin. That's a short version. You can extend it a little bit more, and it could be something like Shene Gedeshin. Remember that in the future, you're going to make this your own. You're going to own it. Once you've learned it, organically it's going to change, and you're going to be able to change it yourself. Okay, after that change has happened. But we're going to stick to the short one. I just wanted you to hear that there's a longer version, so let me do it again for you, because that way you'll know that you can extend it if you want to make it a little bit nicer, especially at the end of the Shema. Ani Shene Gedeshin. Amonai Elokechem. Okay, so Shene Gedeshin. The long version, Shene Gedeshin, or the short version, Shene Gedeshin. Okay, we're going to stick to the short version for now. Okay, so just listen to them first, and then we're going to have the opportunity to repeat them. Shenegereshin. And this one we already know. The next one, shofarolech. And this is a new one for us, ravia. Shofarolech ravia. See how it's taking the tone of the upcoming tam? Shofarolech ravia. It's almost like it's adopting the next tone. Shofarolech ravia. Next one. Gadma. Short, simple, sweet. Gadma. The next one, and the last two ones that we're going to learn for this video, is Darga and Tevir. Darga and Tevir, you can think of it as going up and down. Darga, Tevir. If you kind of turn this around, maybe it's, I don't know, an arrow? I don't know. I'm just trying to make ways to help you associate it better. Again, Darga, Tevir. Nice low tone there on the Tevir. Darga, up. Tevir, down. Darga, Tevir. Or let's listen to it in reverse. Tevir, Darga. So you understand that there has to be a separation somewhere because you're going to see them somewhere else. Let's go from the beginning again, okay? And start repeating after me. I'll say each one twice. Shenegereshin. Shenegereshin. Shofarolech ravia. Shofarolech ravia. Gadma. Gadma. Darga. Tevir. Darga. Tevir. Good. Let's finish the set. Let's review what we know, and we're introducing this Darga Tevir. Okay, after me. See if you remember how to do it. Tarha. Tarha. Sof Pasuk. Sof Pasuk. And again, Darga Tevir after me. Darga Tevir. Darga Tevir. And something else that's familiar to us. Ma'arich Tarha Atnach. Again, Ma'arich Tarha Atnach. Ma'arich Tarha Sof Pasuk. Ma'arich Tarha Sof Pasuk. And cutting me in the middle, or reversing them, sorry. Tarha Ma'arich Atnach. Tarha Ma'arich Atnach. You see how the tarha is longer than the ma'arich? I know I've said this before, but I repeat it because people forget. Again, listen to it closely. Tarha ma'arich atnach. Ma'arich is almost like it's rushed a little bit. We're not rushing the reading of the Torah. We want to make the Torah reading beautiful, but it's almost like this ta'am is rushed a little bit just to get to the tarha. Tarha ma'arich atnach. And when they're together, Ma'arich tarha, you see how it's faster? Ma'arich tarha, atnach. And the last three, tarha, ma'arich, sof, pasuk. Go ahead and repeat. Tarha, ma'arich, sof, pasuk. All right, let's run through them again. And you'll repeat after me. I'm only going to say it once, and then we'll switch over to the Shema. You ready? Shenegereshin. Shofarolech ravia. Kadma. Darga Tevir. Tarha Sof Pasuk. Darga Tevir. Ma'arich tarha atnach. מעריך תרחה, סוף פסוק. תרחה, מעריך אתנח. תרחה, מעריך סוף פסוק. Now, this took me a while to say, but keep in mind when it's during the week and you need to do a little bit quicker the reading of the Torah, not on Shabbat, then you can shorten the tone a little bit. Again, remember, you're going to make it your own. Shenegereshin, shofar olech ravia, kadma, targa, tevir, tarha, sof, pasuk. Notice on tarha I didn't extend it. Instead of tarha, tarha, sof, pasuk. See, I cut the tone a little bit just to make it a little bit faster. Okay? Let's switch over to the Shema now. How exciting. We're learning the Taame Hamikra. So beautiful to read the Torah in taamim itself. Even if you're not practicing to read on Shabbat, if you're doing it just for yourself, whoever is doing this, it's wonderful because you feel like now you've really got something. Okay, let's review the first pasuk. Ready? See if you remember. Zakef katon. Zakef katon. Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta. 2 accent marks. Okay, pay attention to your accent marks. Very important. Tarha shofar olech atnach et Adonai Elohecha. Now these are connected, and it's ma'arich tarha sof pasuk. Ma'arich tarha sof pasuk. Bechol levavecha uvchol nafshecha uvchol meodecha. We're making a bit of a pause in between here to separate the lamed and the lamed. Okay, also very important. The Gemara says it. This one runs together. Uvchol nafshecha uvchol meodecha. Okay, now going to what we've just learned, and everything else we're not going to worry about because that we're going to be learning it in subsequent videos. Shenegereshin vehayu shenegereshin. Repeat after me. Shenegereshin vehayu. Next 2 words. Shofar olech ravia. Shofar olech ravia. Hadevarim ha'ele. Notice how I stress the lamed a little bit more because it has a dot in there. The dot does have a meaning. Besides it helping us understand the Shiva, it does have a meaning. And the meaning is, there could be deeper meanings, of course, but one of the functions of it is to stress the letter a little bit more. Hadevarim ha'ele. Instead of hadevarim ha'ele, it's a little bit stressed more. If you don't do it, it's fine. You're still reading the Torah fine, but just know that it's there and that it exists. Okay, let's go back to hadevarim ha'ele. Shofar olech ravia. After me, hadevarim ha'ele. Next one, kadma. Asher. Short and sweet. Darga. Tevir. Next 2. Anochi. Anochi. 2 accent marks. Okay? Anochi. Anochi. Metzavecha. Go ahead and do it. Let's do it again. Anochi. Metzavecha. And the next 2 you already know. Hayom. Al levavecha. Lamed lamed. Al levavecha. Tarha. Sof pasuk. Let's go from the beginning again. Let's do it again. Ready? Zakef katon. Ve'ahavta. Tarha. Shofar olech atnach et Adonai Elohecha. Ma'arich tarha, sof pasuk. Bechol levavecha uvchol nafshecha uvchol meodecha. Notice this is not uvechol. Okay? When you have a shuruk in the beginning of the word and you have a sheva that follows it, it's silent. It's not said. Uvchol. Uvchol. People make that mistake. Next pasuk. Okay, and then you repeat the tam, the name of the tam, and the tam itself. Shenegereshin. Go ahead and repeat that. Vehayu. Shofar olech raviyam. Haddevarim ha'ele. Oh, I didn't give you a chance. Sorry. Again. Shofar olech raviyam. Haddevarim ha'ele. Kadma. Asher. Darga. Tevir. Anochi. Metzavecha. And the last two. Tarha. Sof pasuk. Hayom. Al levavecha. Again. Tarha. Sof pasuk. Hayom. Al levavecha. Good. Okay, we're going to end this video for today. There's an accompanying practice video number 6, that you're going to use in order to help you remember or at least practice the next 5 taamim. And then it's still going to keep getting more and more exciting because that's it. We only have 10 more taamim to go. And we're only on our second class. So practice, practice, practice. Remember that a little practice every day is going to be a lot better than 1 hour of practice a week. Okay, I told that to all my bar mitzvah students, and it always works out better because your brain takes in that little bit, that little bit, that little bit. And by the time you've gotten to the end of the week, wow, you know it. Amazing. See you next time.